Hey there, welcome to ViewPoint Christian Academy, where our motto is Spirit, Character, Academics. We've been helping families meet their Christian education goals since 1984. It's time for Monday Moments. I'm so pleased to be able to introduce to you this segment, Monday Moments, where every week we're going to jump on and we're going to give you some help. We're going to give you some tips and tricks to help make your experience of having your child being educated at home through ViewPoint Christian Academy's program just a little bit easier. Our training program that we provided at the beginning of your enrollment, at the beginning of this year, is very comprehensive, and it really describes and explains the aspects of our program and what needs to be done and how it works and all of the ins and outs. However, we acknowledge it's not exhaustive. There are many things that will come up throughout the year, and we want to be able to address those things. So this weekly video that we're going to post is going to help address some of those details. In this first segment today, we're going to talk about scheduling, and we're going to talk about science projects. So let's talk about these two things real quickly as we jump into our Monday moment with you this morning. Let's talk about scheduling. The beauty of homeschooling is that you can be flexible in your scheduling. Now, for some people, they're going to get up, and most people, and this is probably what most will do, you'll get up in the morning. By 8 o'clock, you've started school. You're done probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Some people, maybe it'll be a little bit later. You won't get up till 10 and start. Well, you get up and you won't start till 10. Or somewhere in that vicinity. Some may have to do it later on, even in the afternoon. And that's okay, because homeschooling can be flexible. But here's one thing that we want to make sure that you, no matter what time you start, no matter what part of the day you utilize, you must remember this: be consistent. Consistent. Flexibility is okay, but inconsistency will cause many problems and many pitfalls. What do I mean by that? Well, it means that if it's a school day, you do school whether you feel like it or not. If you're waking up one morning, you decide, I just don't feel like doing this today, I'm going to skip it. Essentially, you're kind of being truant for the day, and you're really doing a disservice to your own program in the home and to your child. Stay consistent. Now, in our program, we encourage people to follow a 4-day school format. And the beauty of the 4-day school format is that you have that one day a week, probably Friday for most people. I know that's how it's built into our Ignition system. But you have that one day extra where you could say, okay, this week we've got to do something else. We're not going to be able to do school on Tuesday, or we're not going to be able to do school on Wednesday. So we're going to transfer that over to Friday. We're still going to get our days in this week. We just have to play around. That's flexibility. But you don't wake up on Tuesday and say, I don't want to do school today. Or you don't wake up on Thursday and say, we're going to have a 5-day weekend, or we're going to have a 4-day. We're gonna really extend this out. No, you have to stay consistent. Stay consistent. Keep at it. Remember, we talked about in training long-range goals and short-range goals. The star chart helps with the long-range goals, helps the child to see what they need to do for the year, helps them keep track of that, and the goal card helps with the short-range goals for the day. Those are key. But in order to get those short-range goals, you must be consistent. Whether the child feels like doing their schoolwork that day or not, encourage them. There's going to be times when they're going to grow up and they're not going to feel like going to work. Well, they got to get up and go to work anyways. So you stay consistent. Let's also talk real quickly about science projects. Number 2 today, science projects. Now, as many of you know, in Ignitia, projects are weighted toward the total grade for that unit, and projects are very, very, very important. So it's important that students complete their projects and that they do well on those projects. But even if they're doing PACEs, there will be times when you will come across science projects. Now, science projects are different than many of the other projects. You know, a language arts project or an English project might be to write a paper or to write an essay, or a Bible project might be to do an overview or to write an essay or to research this or that. Social studies, same thing. History and geography. Those you can do. They just need to do them, right? Those are possible to be done. They can do the research online, get books, etc. But science projects sometimes are a little bit trickier in this regards. And I want to be upfront with you about this. I want to make sure you understand this, that there will be times when you'll come across a science project that you might not have to do, even though it's assigned. So, well, why would it be assigned? Here's the deal. Some science projects are videos. Watch the videos, answer the questions, make observations, and do those. Hey, all of those can be done, no problem. There may be times when you have to do a hands-on experiment, and it may say something like get a microscope, get a, go get some test tubes, use this chemical or use that chemical, or get a Bunsen burner, or this kind of thing. We do not expect you to go out and buy a chemistry kit. We don't expect you to go out and buy all of these things. It could be quite expensive. There are enough projects in there that can be done where if there's something that would be burdensome to you for you to be able to get, send us a message and we will allow you to skip that one. We're not going to allow you to skip everyone, especially if it's a video. Those are easy enough to do. They can just be done. There may be some that are quite simple. In fact, we may be able to say, well, you don't need a test tube to do this. You can actually do that in a clear plastic cup, or you could do it in a Tupperware container or something like that. So we might also have ideas to help you in that regards, or we may say, yeah, that's a really expensive chemical. We're not going to require you to go out and get that. So we may just bypass that particular assignment. So don't be afraid to reach out to us and ask us those questions. Hey, this Monday moment, I hope has been helpful to you. I hope that the ones that are coming will also be helpful. If this has been good, if you've learned something that's been helpful, give us a thumbs up, will you? And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Do it now. Don't miss a single episode of Monday Moments. And I hope this will help you and many more to come. And again, if we can do anything to help you, don't hesitate to reach out to us. God bless. Have a fantastic day.